Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Hello, farmers. Welcome back to the Pacific Northwest. We got Sarah in there compacting the chaff. That's what we're going to call her, Sarah. I don't know what her name is, but she's doing well. She's at 47%. So it won't take her long to get that done. I got the John Deere down here because we need to fertilize the grass field that we just did. I might as well get that done because I really want to fertilize the big field over there with our sugar beet / corn in it. I got the John Deere parked right here. Right inside that door is where the repair customized place is. And I found out you cannot put crop tires on this thing. So looks like we're going to have to stick with the big wheels. Big wheels keep on turning. We got a full tank of fertilizer ready to go. So we're going to start with the grass field because we're here. And I left the gate open for this reason, to come over here to fertilize. There's the wonderful machines that we just used in the last episode, / this morning. It's now the afternoon of the first day of summer. No, why is every time I do, you always want me to go that way? I don't want to go that way. Auto. And yes, I'll let you even turn me because that way I don't have to do much. There we go. Start preparing this field for the fall cutting because, yeah, we're going to make some cash from these fields to help pay off our loan, for one thing, and we got to buy 4 fields. The 4 fields we should be able to buy with the chaff we just brought in. I think I did calculations before. It's going to cost us like 200 grand for those 4 fields. So that shouldn't be a problem. We should make somewhere around 400 to 500,000 from selling that chaff. So yeah, we'll be able to, buy that land and buy the sugar beet harvester, which I do believe I showed you in the last episode that costs like 68,000 or something. But that mod is way too cheap, so I'm going to actually probably pay pretty close to 250,000 for it. Which we'll just take out of the bank account because that is just way too cheap for that machine for what it does. And it's still a lot cheaper than the in-game ones, but we're just quote-unquote pretend it's a used machine. So that's why we're getting it a little bit of a discount. So at least this afternoon, on the first day of summer, like you see, we're going to fertilize the grass field. Then we're going to head over and fertilize field 40 with the sugar beet and corn. We also have to grab the New Holland, which is, I do believe we fed the chickens with it, so that's still sitting there. But we're going to have to hook up that seed drill up there and plant soybeans up there. And start preparing some pig food. And also I do have to grab the truck. And I saw the truck when we drove through the cow area, but that's at the wash plant. Yeah, we're going to have to bring some probably digestate or maybe some cow slurry over to the processing plant because that's probably that should be ready for, it should be able to take a full tank is what I want to say. I don't think it's empty, but it should be able to take 60,000 liters. And there was something else I thought about doing, but I can't remember what it is at this point. There was one more thing I know I wanted to do, but it'll come to me while we sit here and fertilize this beautiful John Deere. But yeah, the John Deere cannot take row crop tires, which I thought was rather interesting. So it is what it is. I mean, I don't need it for the grass field, but it would be nice to have, crop tires on a tractor to fertilize. So maybe in the future we'll have to buy a tractor that can actually fit those tires on there to make it a little bit more realistic. I try to be somewhat realistic, but I'm not going to be overblown. I got to do stuff that save me some time because, like, even doing this field, like I got it down to about an hour and 15-20 minutes or so to mow this field, pick it up, and transport everything over. Yeah, in the beginning stage, it used to take me like 3 hours. But we're starting to get to the farm to where we're going to get a lot of money. May start doing a couple of mods on here to make it more interesting. Buying the 4 fields. We're actually going to start getting enough fields to where we can store grain and sell it rather than just have fields to maintain the farm, meaning the animals, making food mix, feeding the animals, stuff like that. Our fields are mainly just to do that at the moment. But hopefully in about a few days' time, depending on the price of silage, yeah, we'll make some cash. We'll buy those 4 fields up there. We got to buy those 4 fields before they harvest them, because that's a little bit of a bonus of buying the fields after they've been seeded and all that. So yeah, so we're probably gonna have to sell the silage like on the 3rd or 4th day, almost as soon as it's ready. But we'll have to look for a decent price. As we saw in the last episode, yeah, we sold the wool, and then like 12 or 18 hours in-game hours later, there was a great demand for it, and we kind of got screwed on a little bit of money, but it is what it is. Can't always predict those things. You can't always win or lose, or well, you're always going to win or lose. It's one way or the other with a great demand. More times than not, you lose. But we're getting to the point now where we can just actually store stuff, because we need cash, but we don't, really we don't really need anything at the moment. So that's helpful. But for now, yeah, I'm going to I'm not doing anything right now. GPS is handling most of this fertilization for us. But, yeah, we're going to finish fertilizing this field. And then we're going to head on over to field 40. I probably should refill the fertilizer tank before I head over. I don't want to get over there and run out and have to come all the way back to fill it up. We're going to be right here, so we'll fill it up and then head over there and we'll start fertilizing that field. And, we'll bring the John Deere up to the upper part of the farm, because we're going to need that tomorrow to start cutting the 2 grass fields up there, and of course obviously do some fertilization on those grass fields as well. But first things first, let's get the fertilization going here. good thing that we refilled the fertilizer spreader before it came over here, because it's going to use pretty close to three quarters of it. Well, just under 3/4 of it, but still, that's a lot of fertilizer. In the future, if we do get that far before 19 comes out and we have all these fields down here, we may have to get the big trailer Breedle, because that will hold 20,000 liters. Because if we own both these fields here, I mean, that would be a few trips back and forth to get fertilizer. But at least the fields down here are fertilized for now. We'll have to bring the John Deere up above, so that can be ready for tomorrow. We got to cut the grass up there, like I said, and then of course, you know, ted it, row it. You know the routine. Gonna leave that gate open because we're gonna be bringing some. Well, we'll be bringing something over to the processing plant. I'll have to take a look at the cows, see how much slurry they got. Maybe the digestate, because that tank was almost half full, and we're gonna be doing 2 loads of silage in the next, you know, this year basically. But we're going to refill the fertilizer spreader down here. Let's go this way, actually. Only because I can get the artificial fertilizer at the processing plant instead of bringing the trailer up to always refill that. I'd rather fill it down here. That way it's kind of closer to refill the storage area. If that makes sense. And actually, I'll probably park the John Deere down here just for a bit, and maybe I'll bring the John Deere up off cam later on. Open up the spreader. And while that's filling up, I'm sure Sarah should be done here. Yep, 100%. Alright. Oh, that's right, because I got my HUD display off. I'm like, why isn't that showing up? There we go. Stop, driver. Thanks, Sarah. You did a wonderful job. Now let's see if we can get off here without wrecking the wheel loader. Not bad. There we go. I got nice and dirty. There, that's covered up. So in about 18 hours, I think it's like 36 hours maybe, before that gets converted over to silage. Right now we're going to park the wheel loader here. I probably do need to give the cows some straw before then. Or maybe not. They're pretty well off on straw. Alright then. No, where's the... And I was just in the John Deere. There we go. So that's full. Let's actually just pull this up over here. No, that's only 7%. That's not a full... That's not going to be a full tanker. So let's go over here and we'll grab the Volvo. We'll wash it first. I mean, it's here, so we'll wash it. The trailer just needs a quick spray. It just had grass in it. That was it. The Volvo is kind of messy. Especially the windshield. You know, we got to see where we're going. And the way I drive on a keyboard in this game. I almost hooked up the steering wheel today, but I'm pretty sure I don't have it set up for FS at all. And oddly enough, I like to get the steering wheel hooked up because I like to play some ATS sometime soon. The Oregon map came out in that, and here it is, like 5 days later, and I have yet to even. I mean, I got it downloaded and all that, but I haven't even loaded up the game. Of course, right now on ATS, Coast to Coast is not compatible just yet. But I could always disable that and play it. But that's ATS, and we're playing FS right now. So let's grab our original trailer now. So this trailer tanker is made just for dirty stuff. We're talking digestate, slurry, diesel fuel, that kind of stuff. We have our other tanker up at top, and that's going to be for water and for milk. Well, let's go grab some digestate, get over to the processing plant. We don't want that to run dry because, well, it's kind of it makes our products that we need. Plus, it's also going to be a little bit of a money maker. Open, thank you. Auto save. It always seems to auto save when you're taking a corner. Or I should say, it always seems to auto save at an inconvenient time. So also in the future, that field right across from there, or those two fields, I might combine those two fields in the future. Of course, you know, we're talking when we start having cash. Could you imagine these fields, we combine these fields, make them all corn, and do nothing but make chaff for the digestate? And then, if that's the case, I may, because that would fill up quite a few rows. Maybe 2? Because we got to leave one open for grass. But yeah, if we ever did that, I'd probably get the conveyor belts going instead of doing it with a wheel loader. So what we got for... Alright, so we're below 300,000 liters on this now. Times 3. So this must hold 750,000 liters? Give or take. Alright, here we got the processing plant. Unloading our 60,000 liters, which should keep us under 100,000. Yeah, because the storage area only holds 50,000. So while that's unloading, let's see if I can find it on here. Ooh, the garden center. The price is going up, so maybe what I'll do is I'll leave the truck here for a bit while we seed. Actually, I should speed up time just a little bit. Artificial fertilizer, yeah, I kind of need to refill those things, our storage areas. Fuel we're doing okay on as well. It's not bad. Well, the price sucks apparently because it's red, but the price is going up. But yeah, we may sell some of our liquid fertilizer because our tanks can only hold 50 down here, and we're already at 36. So I think what we'll do is we'll leave the truck here for now. And I thought it was on ×5, but it was on ×1. Okay, that explains. Okay, that'll help. So we'll speed up time just a little bit. And yeah, where is the John Deere? All right, we're in the John Deere perfectly. So I'm gonna bring the John Deere up. We'll grab the New Holland, and I'll hook up the seed drill to it, and we'll start getting ready to seed our final field of the season on the first day of summer. So these soybeans better grow quick. That's all I gotta say. But I'll meet you up at top. Alright, the John Deere is up there. I refueled it and washed it along with the artificial fertilizer spreader. I had to speed forward some time in order for the chickens to take the rest of the feed that was in the Joskin trailer. So we took care of that. And now I'm thinking that should be enough seed and fertilizer in here to do what we need to do. If I run out, well then, oopsies on me, we'll come back and top off. I just don't want to, don't like leaving seed and fertilizer in the seed roll for that long of a time. Does it really matter in Farming Simulator? Not really, but you know, part of the realism kicking in for me. Now I'm trying to remember with chopped straw, is this going to be like double fertilization? I can't remember if I got to plow this chopped straw in or does it have to be cultivated in? I don't remember. Anyways, I'm going to use GPS on this because I'm feeling a little lazy right now. So let's get that all situated. How come that seems too wide? That seems too wide here. That seems a little bit better. So we'll lower that. Turn it on. Turn that on. I will turn it myself like I always do. That working with. Alright, so yeah, that chopped straw kind of needs to be plowed in. So we'll probably do that next year. That's gonna stay there. The case is not fixed or anything, so yeah. Will I get double chopped straw on here by harvesting again? I thought chopped straw just needed to be cultivated in, but I guess it needs to be plowed in. Which makes sense. So it's not a big deal. At least to me it's not. I think I saw in FS19 one of the videos they had chopped straw staying on the ground, so I wonder if that's going to be a thing in 19. Not sure. But yeah, November 20th is sneaking up on us, I do believe. I mean, we are in October, so it's like a month and a half before that comes out. It doesn't seem that long ago where we say, oh yeah, the game will be coming out the 20th. Like, that's 4 months from now. Now we're only at a month and a half. But, like I said, excuse me, last time we did this field, this is going to be for the pig food. Our little piggies that we're going to probably have in about, I don't know, 7 in-game days, maybe 7 or 8 in-game days, somewhere around there. Take a little bit of a screenshot here. On the move, multitasking. One thing about this chopped straw, it's kind of hard to see where you've been, so I'm glad I turned on GPS, because that's, it'd be a little difficult. Yeah, so I have to remember chopped straw, you need to plow it in. But most of the other fields we've been doing, like wheat, barley, oat, and, well, I haven't done oat yet, but rye, to where we can pick up the straw and sell the straw bales. But I'm loving this T8 and horse seed drill combo. I mean, you can turn it right around nice and quick. The horse reacts nicely to it. It's a big seed drill for the fields that we're doing up here, so it almost fits perfectly for up here. But I'm thinking we might be buying some fields in this episode. Or maybe I should say we're going to be buying a field in this episode. We do have 50,000. I'm going to sell some of that liquid fertilizer. Some of it. Let me rephrase that. We're going to sell whatever we have down there. And while we're up here, we're going to grab some chicken eggs. And I think we can get like 20 grand for the chicken eggs that we have. because the fields, I checked the fields that we want to buy, and they're done growing, so I can't fertilize. I have fertilized them off camera. Whenever I did some jobs over just to fertilize them, I said, well, if I'm going to buy these fields, I want to make sure they produce as well as they can. So yeah, they're in the last growth stage, so I can't do any more work on them. And I just, like I said, I want to make sure we buy them before the season turns and I'm not paying attention and they're ready for harvest, and they get tired of waiting for me to go over and harvest it for them, so they harvest it, and by the time I check, like, oh, those fields were ready and they've been harvested. And sometime this winter, or maybe in the late fall, we'll start working on getting rid of those trees and merge, after we harvest them obviously, merge them all into one field. I'm thinking that field there, the first thing we plant in that, which will be our new field, I think we'll do some oats. That's my plan anyways. Just need to cover the edge here of this field. And we have put some money into the ground. Now we just got to wait for it to grow so we can gain from the benefits. Of course, it's a long process of money in the ground actually, because yeah, we plant it, harvest it, feed it to the pigs, wait for the pigs to reproduce, and then sell pigs. So it's going to be a long, drawn-out process. Because it'll be a while before we get enough pigs to where we can sell them. Of course, right now we don't have no pigs, so yeah, it's a ways off. There we go. Turn it off. Fold it up, lift it up, all that good stuff. Well, while we're here, kind of. So how many eggs are we collecting from you guys? 2,000. So that should be about 21 grand, something like that. We will clean off the seed drill. I don't know if we're done using it this year. I don't know if we're going to do any fall seeding or not. Looks like I may have to get the Case tractor. Maybe we'll do the plowing in the springtime. We'll have to see how it goes. We repaired every vehicle for the season except for the Case Quadratec. So that would need to be repaired if we use it this year, because it's been sitting there since last year. Let's park this away. I was going to leave the New Holland right there, but I'll just park it right over here for now. May use it on the baler when we do the two fields up here. I keep hitting M for map. It doesn't work in this game. Alrighty, so let's go. Well, I say I want to fill it up. Let's double check the price. So it's still. Oh wait, that's seed. Wait, I was on it, wasn't I? 881. I need to straighten up the tanker better than that before I start backing up. So the garden center should be, we're going to be kind of driving right past it, I believe. Should be right here, yes. On this side of the road. I don't think I've walked in there. I don't think I've brought in a vehicle into there, so that should be rather interesting. And we should start making some more fertilizer. We got 81,000 liters to be processed. I just got to remember that the capacity is only 50,000, so maybe the next thing I do is cow manure. I don't have that much manure, but what we'll probably do is load up the manure in the trailer, bring that over here, and then we can take some of this fertilizer, fill up our storage areas, and whatever fertilizer we have left, we can probably sell that as well. So not a full tank. We'll never get a full tank out of here because this holds 60,000. And you just saw the capacity is only 50,000 at the processing plant. So we leave here what we got. But we should make, I don't know, something like almost 30 grand with this. Let me turn on my beacons because we're going to block the road for a bit. I got to close the gate now because we're done in there for today. So let's head to the garden center, make some cash there, but then we'll go sell some eggs. We'll park the truck up and then we'll go see about buying just, I think it'll be just enough for one field. Maybe we can buy two. It'll be very close to being able to buy two, so we'll find out shortly, won't we? But the garden center is just right here on our right hand side. The one thing I don't have up, and I may have to put it on because I haven't been in here, are the markers. Let's turn those on. Now, why do I feel like, is it going to be, can I sell it here? And clip the pallets over there? Money is going up. Alright. I want to make sure it was selling, not filling, so I was trying to watch both numbers at the same time. So the other farmers can have some liquid fertilizer. Garden Center will profit from it just a little bit. We'll profit from it a lot. Is there another way out of here? Why that's selling? Or am I going to make like a complete circle? No, I can go out that side. Good, 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 good. Nice design. Wow, 32 grand. Not bad. I mean, I probably could turn it sharply and get out of here, but why would you when you can drive straight out? And actually, since we're here, I was going to park the truck in... am I going the correct way? Yes. I was going to park the truck at the down by the moo cows, but since we're here... And... almost 21 grand, so 104. Now the problem with this, is this a dead end or is this loop around? I can't remember. No, this is a dead end, I do believe. Yeah, because there's a field. So let me go park up the truck, and we'll have to meet the realtor up on top and talk about, you know, some dealings of buying a field here and there. Alright, we're up here just waiting for the realtor. I've been looking at the listed prices, but this is where we are. I was thinking about maybe buying these two fields, and I was looking at the listed prices. We don't have enough for both fields. But I think what we're going to start with, if we're going to buy a field, might as well start with a bigger one of the two. I also want to buy these two as well. But we'll get these two first because they're kind of next to our fields and this road right here. But just waiting for a text back from realtor, and yeah, she just buzzed me. So what do we got? So it's gonna be 81 grand. And the good thing is we're maxed out, so yeah, no missions available. We'll buy it. Have to agree on that. So there, now we own field 13. So after we do the silage, yeah, so this field is like 39,000, which we're just short of being able to buy it. But hey, we're able to buy it before we did the silage, right? So yeah, 39 grand for that field there. And then this field here, so 39. So we'll just say 40. And 84 is 125,000 that we need, and 125. Yeah, so we need 200 grand still. 200 grand to buy these 4 fields and make it into one. But at least there'll be, you know, there's grain in it, so we'll be able to make some money off it that way. But yeah, we now own another field, and eventually, yeah, I know Bill at the bank is like, don't forget the loan. I said, hey, we're not. I told him at the bank, we're not going to borrow any more from you. He was like, oh, okay. I said, we'll pay it off, which we will get to. But you know, 200 grand for these fields here, which is not bad. And from the silage, we should get, like we said, 400,000 to 500,000. But we do have to buy the sugar beet harvester, which is going to be quote unquote 250 grand. So we may just buy these fields and buy the sugar beet harvester, and that way, when the fall silage comes, we'll just be able to pay off $500,000. But we will have grain to sell up here. From these 4 fields after we buy them, we'll have grain to sell. But, yeah, so that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the episode. I appreciate you watching as always. And I'll see you next time in the Pacific Northwest. But until then, have a good one.